Right, United Yoro, United Branthwaite, United De Ligt, Agate, Greenwood, updates on all of these players. What is the truth? What is going on right now? It has been another one of them days. Something comes out every 2 hours with Manchester United at the moment, and it's just continued through the whole day. It's absolutely mental right now. It's our chance as fans to talk together, debate it, talk through it, what's true, what's not, which story's right, who do we believe more, do we believe in ourselves that these things are actually happening right now? Because there's contrasting stories amongst all of the major media players right now that I'm going to get through, and I'm going to give you your chance to decide exactly what you think is right and what's not, so what you actually want and would prefer out of this as well. We've done all of the news all the way through the day. This is your chance to have your say on the interactive show in the evening, guys. Get into the live comments straight away, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Make sure, by the way, you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything Manchester United news related. We've covered every bit of news over the last few weeks now. It's just getting busier and busier, and you're up to date with everything going on here on FUTV. And as well, please give the video a like, guys. Give me another, let's say, another 800 likes. We can get that for the evening one, can't we? We've got absolute shed loads to get through, guys. Loads of quotes, loads of stories, loads of contrasting stories as well, and conflicting stories amongst a lot of the media on what's going on, which is a little bit of a concern. I'm going to say that because we've sort of went through the Euro news earlier on. If you've been lay under a rock for the last 8 hours, then you might not have heard that Leny Yoro, according to many sources, has opened up communications with Manchester United over the terms of his contract, which has led us all to believe that he is on board with coming to Manchester United. There is a really good chance that Manchester United will be bringing Leny Yoro in this season. So you've got to look at what was said there, and then move along to the next story, which was the same, and then the next one was the same from credible sources, and then all of a sudden, bang, we get another one in again, which is conflicting, which is very strange. Let's get through what my guy Jamie Jackson from The Guardian has been saying. First of all, we all know Jamie, we know who he is, we've had him actually on the show, so you know he's real. He's covered Manchester United for years now, so his look on Manchester United and Leny Yoro. Let's go through some of the quotes from his article that's out in The Guardian today. Manchester United are negotiating personal terms with Leny Yoro's representatives after having a 52 million offer accepted by Lille for the defender. Leny Yoro is the third centre-back Manchester United are pursuing, along with Gerard Branthwaite and Matthias de Ligt. Ideally, Ten Hag wants two of these, though to do this, one or both of Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire may have to be sold. Now, we've talked about this before, about Harry Maguire not wanting to go anywhere. Like, Harry Maguire is happy to sit at Manchester United. If we bring in De Ligt and Yoro, or De Ligt and Branthwaite, honestly, with Gareth Southgate leaving the England job today, I think that's chance is gone. So, yeah, honestly, I'll look at it and I'll say Harry Maguire really has to consider his future at Manchester United here right now. So, yeah, you've got to look at it and go, really, yes, Harry Maguire needs to leave. Victor Lindelof needs to leave Manchester United. We know we need to sell players to get players through the door at Manchester United. We've known that all along. There is money there for us to spend. We know the noises that were coming out before. We know that Leny Yoro is now in communications with Manchester United. On that side of things, guys, and you can get angry, you can go mad at me or whatever, but our mate Nick Samararo's come back in with a counter bid on this one right now. And his article reads even more damning for Manchester United. He has said in his first tweet, Leny Yoro thanked Dan Ashworth, but his choice is Real Madrid as expected. Then retweeting, quoting that, he said, understand that nothing has changed. The Lille president pushed Yoro towards Manchester United. The sporting director did the same. Manchester United did the same. And the press did the same. That's an Italian for you talking that way. And Leny Yoro, through his agent Jorge Mendes, wanted to reassure Real Madrid he won't change his mind. Who do you believe? You tend to go with the majority, and that is that Yoro is actually opening up talks. And Nick has took a little bit of a slaughtering for this one because there's so much against this story that he's put out already out there. So taking a real risk with what he's saying with this one. Obviously, we covered the Delite news with him yesterday as well. I'm pretty confident that that one is definitely going ahead. But yet again, he's just said 100% back in his story, this is what's happening. So what really is going on? Because Branthwaite is still in talks as well with Manchester United, says Jamie Jackson. I mean, seriously, Branthwaite still? Where the hell is the money coming from? We will have to sell Harry Maguire. We will have to sell Victor Lindelof. I just don't know where to go with it, what to believe right now. I'm tending to sort of lean towards that Leny Yoro wants to... He's already heard what Manchester United have had to say, though. So there's nothing else for him to listen to. There's nothing else for him to get into, effectively. We know that there's an offer on the table for him. We know that there's a bid accepted at the football club for him. So realistically now, we spoke earlier on that Leny Yoro is actually in communications with United, which is a real positive because that means that he's gone past the next step, which is really looking at what his personal situation is going to be, i.e. we talked about earlier on, i.e. bonuses, how his structure is ironed out with his wages and so on and so forth. But you get stories coming from the other side of things that just made you think like why are these people saying these things? Why are they going against what is so obvious with everybody else right now? And it's one of them worrying ones, isn't it? That we're just going to get dragged into another saga. And personally, I feel like the only one that's a definite is Delite. That is 100%. I'm confident in that. I think everyone is because obviously he's come out in every single media outlet saying that he wants Manchester United. Agreement is there with Bayern Munich. Everything is pretty much set, ready to go. But we're talking about Leny Yoro this morning, and it was like the conversation that David Ornstein put into everybody's minds and debates all around the country when he said it's either Delite or Yoro. You've got the Guardian coming out saying we're bidding on 3 defenders still, and one outlet saying that we're bidding on 1. Right, Manchester United have already got everything in place for Delite, and then we're communicating with Leny Yoro all of a sudden. So that kind of blows Ornstein's idea out of the water. Jamie Jackson coming out and saying what he said with the Guardian kind of blows that out as well. So, where are we at? What do we believe? Guys, get in the comments now. I'm going to give it your chance. It's your turn to have your say on this one. You've listened to everything that I've said all the way through the day. The opening statement there of everything that's going on right now. We're completely up to date. But what do you think? Let's get into the chat. Get your comments in, guys, please. And let's get through what is actually going down here. So, we expect nothing less than top 4 good football from the Hares this season. Or he's out for me. Talking completely different. Okay, we can obviously carry on talking about other subjects as well while we're at it. But yeah, Jonathan says Everton may find themselves with an unhappy player because the United offer was decent. Yes, it was. I think my internet is spazzing out right now. I don't know what's going on. Guys, just let me know that you can still see me okay. I don't actually know. I'm going to have to get my phone up just to see because my screen is in a meltdown mode again. So, right, let's get into everything else that's going on here. I'm just going to have to get my phone up because my internet is cocking up on me. I have no idea what's going on because my screen stopped, so I'm just going to carry on talking, guys. Right, so let's get a quote up here. Manchester United's fee agreement with Lille for Leny Yoro is payment spread out over several years. Manchester United, that's what Laurie Whitwell of The Athletic is saying right now as well. So we've got Laurie Whitwell from The Athletic saying his piece, saying that Manchester United are in communications with Leny Yoro as well. You tend to think that Manchester United are actually fully in and communicating. That's where I'm going with it at the moment. Right now, if I was a betting man, I'd go with Yoro, I'd go with Matthias de Ligt. That's where we're at with it, I feel. And I don't think we can look past that until some other news comes out now, really. There are people saying it's not happening. There are the obvious ones that we've talked about saying that it is happening. And we just have to just wait for the next bit of news, I would say, if anything. That's all we can. That's all we can do as fans. But I'm sorry that I cannot get your messages up. This is incredibly stressful and annoying that I cannot see you guys right now. So I'm just going to get some of your comments up on my phone because my screen is frozen. I think I'm still going. So let me just check. Oh, if there's a night for internet not to go down, it's this night of all nights. But it is letting me down, guys. Sorry. Right. Let me see your comments. I'm just bringing them up now. Bear with me a second, guys. Right. Okay, 1 second, guys. I won't. When you need things to work, I tell you what. Hey, they don't have me up. Right, okay. I've got you up on my little mini screen here right now. I'll smash my Mac up in a little bit. But yes. Leacher, Branthwaite, Yoro, Evans will be more than enough. Sell Lindelof and Harry and forget about De Ligt. Oh, De Ligt out for Stu. The one definite, you could say, that's actually in at Manchester United. He's not going for. Andrew says, I don't take much notice of friendlies. We have seen excellent pre-season friendlies before, only for the season to be disappointing. Going to that. Leacher, going again. Yoro's head must have been turned to United. Otherwise, why bothering talking about wages? Maybe clause in contract to sell to Madrid. It could be something like that. It could be something like that, really. I mean, you've got to think, when it's coming down to the terms of his contract and what's actually happening, then it will be, I think, like bonuses, like we said earlier on, things like this, like clauses within the contract. Maybe he is trying to negotiate his way out in 5 or 6 years' time, 3 or 4 years' time. It could just be that. But, hey, you've just got to allow that negotiation to move on now. Let it just take its course and see if we can get him over the line. I feel like if you're actually in talking to him, then there must be something serious going on. There has to be something serious going on if you're actually talking to him. Be proud and happy if we secure Yoro, as Real Madrid, PSG and Liverpool want him. We beat them, so now support the new management and Yoro who chose us. If he does, that will be fantastic, and that will be a feather in the cap for Manchester United. It really will. And I think it's a one-up on our rivals, really. How have Ineos managed to get this done? If it is done, let's just say it that way. There's no guarantee that this is finalised yet or anywhere near here we go. But the signs are promising with it. And then you've got to say, look, well done to Ineos. Like, seriously, how the hell have they managed to pull this off in the situation Manchester United are in? It just goes to show that a decent football structure goes an awful long way. Dan says, Leny Yoro and his family, his mother and his father are all open to the player moving to Manchester United as of today. Yeah, I've seen that from Santi as well. I've seen that tweet. They were the earlier ones. He has been taken aback by Manchester United's approach. He's been blown away by the approach. That's been said as well. And so we know that that has actually happened today. We know that we're being helped by the club. We know we're being helped by the directors of Lille as well. And it's down for United now to just like make the player feel comfortable. And I think this is, like we said before, what the talks are going on about and everything like that. But yeah, there we go. A commentary on the Euro negotiations is a passport to misery. His stated preference will come out in due course. Is that Graham putting a dampener on it? Michael Jones says, Frankie de Jong never talked about contract with Manchester United. No, he didn't. Hello to you as well, Block. Are we still looking at Hanko? He's quality and can play left back. Anything else after these two centre-backs, guys? We just say it right now. If we get the two centre-backs confirmed and in, we have to sell players, which is why Jamie Jackson has come out and said that Manchester United are looking to offload Maguire and Lindelof. We're looking to offload both because we need to fund the defenders and the midfielder. We're moving on to Agate because there's an update on him as well from Jamie Jackson as well. So we also talked earlier on about Amrabat holding out for his position at Manchester United. So yeah, you looking at looking at everything that's happened today, all of the negotiations, I'm on board with Yoro's looking promising. That's where I'm at. I think it will happen if we've got down this far. If it collapses now, then you kind of look like idiots, don't you? And I don't think Ineos are idiots. I don't think we'd enter this far into negotiations, personally, without knowing that we've got a chance of getting the player through the door. But how are we going to go back in for Branthwaite if we don't get Yoro? Honestly, the Branthwaite one, I don't want to be going back in for, because that means that Yoro's collapsed. That's what that means. So happy that we are moving forward with Leny Yoro and we don't have to deal with Everton. I just don't want to deal with Everton. I think Manchester United will find it difficult in the position that Everton are in now. We've already found it hard up to this point to deal with them. So, yeah, let's just look at it that way and go, we may have dodged a bullet in having to go back in for Branthwaite. I like the player, don't get me wrong. I think he's a great player, but Yoro has got qualities as well. And with everybody on the planet after him, you know that he is going to be one of them players. If United pull it off, and I understand everybody's concerns regarding this player, obviously similar to Di Maria. Did he really want to come to Manchester United? A lot of people have sent me messages talking about that. Do we want a player that's made it clear he doesn't want to come to the football club? Yeah, I understand it all, but really, you look at it and you just go, look, United have done something which has made the player feel comfortable to enter this stage. That's all you need to know. He's happy to come. Sorry, Adam, Slabhead isn't going anywhere. He's made that point. I know. Ten Hag, I feel, has told Harry Maguire in hope that he walks and goes to another club. He's told Harry Maguire he isn't getting game time. You are third and fourth choice down the pecking order. Maybe even fourth and fifth choice right now with another two centre-backs coming to the football club. What do you want to do? I'll stay. It's like, I'm sure Ten Hag thought in telling Harry Maguire that he wasn't going to be playing next season, he was going to be certain down the pecking order in a certain place. He was convinced that that might be enough for Harry Maguire to want to leave Manchester United. I personally thought that with his game time restricted and the World Cup coming up in 2 years, that he would probably want to go and get more game time, because another England manager ain't going to be picking Harry Maguire while he's sat on the bench at Man United like Southgate was. Like, he's had it easy for 8 years, Harry Maguire, with Southgate as the manager of England, getting into that team constantly for doing nothing. Well, no, he's had some good seasons, to be fair to him. But now you've got to really be thinking, will this decision today that Gareth Southgate's made affect Harry Maguire's thinking? Will he be thinking like us? Because he knows he's the favourite, and that's been taken away now. The comfort blanket's gone for Harry Maguire. Does he need to really start considering his future and playing elsewhere? It's a real thing. So things is a bit like Erik Ten Hag state/goal situation. Nobody really knew. They were making educated guesses. Just the club continuing as they started and going about business. Will this Leny Yoro signing, if it comes off, excite you more than anything else that we've been linked with, or anybody else we've been linked with this summer? I think for the same reasons that someone came up with in the chat then a minute ago, if Manchester United get this done and they beat Madrid, PSG, Liverpool to the signing of a young centre-back like Leny Yoro, then I think that's probably why Manchester United fans will probably get a little bit excited about it. It's like, we knew everybody that was in for him. All of them teams have got Champions League football. All of them teams can offer him probably more. There's no guarantee of him even getting into the starting lineup at Manchester United, but for some reason, his head has been turned to Manchester United. De Ligt also turned United down to move to Bayern when he left Ajax. Now he is benched. He wants United, says Nick. It's not up to Harry to decide. It's up to his mum, says Tommy. Yoro has been my first choice since he was linked with us, says Lief. Lief also says, I think Leny Yoro will soon be considered one of the world's best in his position. It's a lot, isn't it? It's like, don't get me wrong, I've not seen loads and loads and loads of Leny Yoro. I've not seen, like I said, I'm not an avid watcher of Ligue 1, to be honest. We're going off what people are saying about him. We're going off the videos we've seen. We're going off some of the footage that we've watched. Is that I can't tell you that Leny Yoro is going to come into Manchester United and smash it. I'm not, but I'm trusting what Ineos are doing on the recruitment side of things and what they're doing and saying that this is the next best thing. This kid is going to be the next best thing. Like I said, it's up in the air. It really is up in the air. We don't know what is going to happen. Some are saying De Ligt is injury prone and others saying it's exaggerated. I don't know what to believe. All you need to believe is what team walks out on the opening day of the season and after the transfer window shuts on September the 1st and how they play in a United shirt. That's the only way we're going to judge it. We can talk about this amongst ourselves as we do, and we really enjoy doing this here on FUTV and getting everyone involved and just talking about football and who's the better player, who you would rather have at the team. This is what Manchester United used to be doing. Like actually looking and debating about two different targets rather than just going in desperately for one target and then all of a sudden it's through and over the line. This feels like it's a proper debate again against real structured transfer targets and a decent transfer window. So yeah, I look at this and I'm like, I'm really happy that we're actually having this debate more than anything. Does it not feel good that, yeah, we can argue amongst each other about who is better and who is not and who you would think would work better together? But really, as United fans right now, we should be really happy that we're having the conversation in the first place because we're picking out some half-decent players that could have been playing Champions League football this season and they're coming to United and they're not on astronomical wages. So straight away, you've already plus one because before United would be paying absolute stupid money to players just to get them here. That would be the law to Manchester United. What is the appealing factor at United right now? It has to be what Ineos are selling and what United are selling these players that we're going after as a project. And that convinces you, or should convince you more, that they're coming here for the football. They're coming here for what might be at Manchester United and what's to come. And that's the positive in all of this. Please give the video a like, guys. We're 600 in the room, over 150 likes. Let's get that up to 200. I told you what the target was. Let's see if you can get it up there, guys. Please. De Ligt can dance to Agadou. I should have known that. Agadou, so he's not that injury prone. No idea what you're talking about, Fletch, but yeah, you have fun, mate. Too many quiet players at United. We need captains in all positions. Well, everyone has said that De Ligt is a leader. He's going to bring them qualities to Manchester United. He's a great influence and has been at every single club he's been at. He's had them praise leaped upon him wherever he's been. So I just look at it and go, I think De Ligt, yes. And then it's just I could not say, and everyone's going to go mad at me for saying this, or not saying it as such. I don't know who's better player, De Ligt or Branthwaite. Who can tell me he's a better player and why right now? Get into the chat and tell me. Honestly, I'm a big believer in, I don't know about any player until he puts that shirt on and plays at United. I have seen absolute legends of the game, quality players, completely melt in a Manchester United shirt. So I'm going to take it all with, let's just see. That's what I'm taking every single target at Manchester United with. I've seen the best of the best come here and completely fail. So I can't tell you who's better out of Branthwaite and Yoro. But it's interesting how Manchester United have not killed the deal off with Branthwaite. We've had Ornstein come out and say Everton don't need to sell. That doesn't mean United are not going to go back in. De Ligt, we know he's done. And now we're talking about Yoro. Branthwaite's done if Yoro gets signed. That's the facts. Let's get into your comments again. The better players are those that don't get injured and those who don't go out drinking, post on Twitter and abuse women. That's quite a strong one there in capitals there, Adam, mate. I get your point, though. We've got a few of them in our squad. Or we won't have, because one of them, I'll just move on to this quickly, one of them is definitely leaving. We covered this earlier this morning as well, and then everyone else has just started talking about it now because Ornstein's put it out there. It is official. Manchester United are going to be getting some money in because we have sold Mason Greenwood to Marseille. A verbal agreement is in place, contract is in place, and a fee and structure of that deal is also there in place right now. So we don't have to worry about Mason Greenwood anymore. We don't have to worry about talking about him going, the concerns of him actually, and what issues he brings with him. It's all gone. That saga is over. We're just creating other ones right now, but good ones, hopefully. Frank Davison in the chat. Cheers for that super chat, mates. I'm worried about the slow passing of the ball again yesterday. No confidence in Erik ten Hag. Again, going back to that game yesterday, a lot of people have gone in on the game, but I will worry if we're getting into the US side of the preseason tour and the football is dross then. Like, first game in, not as bothered. But honestly, I do get where people are coming from. Like, it's hard to come off the season we've just had and then go bang straight into a crap game like that. And Ten Hag did slaughter the players as well afterwards, pretty much. But I'm not too concerned yet. I'll give it time. I'll give it maybe 3 or 4 games into pre-season. If it's still the same crap, then yeah, I start to get a little bit worried with that one. But yes, we need Branthwaite, De Ligt and Yoro, then move on to other options, other positions. I thought, mate, honestly, how much money do you think we've got? We will have to sell quite a few players. Good luck to Mason, says Nomad. Friendly, a chance for the kids doesn't concern me, says Blonde in reply to Frank on that performance in the friendly against Rosenborg. United should sell Lindelof and Maguire, then get Yoro and De Ligt. Promote a youngster with potential to be 4th choice. You can only promote a youngster if he's good enough, mate. And I'm not sure that there is anyone, from what I know, that is ready to come in to that first team. There would have been Willy Cambuella, but the contract situation made it impossible for Manchester United to actually move forward. So he turned down the contract, moved on. That was the one that could have come through. So United effectively do have 2 players to replace from last season. Yep. Right, what else we got in here? Boxing says, he's terrible. He's not going to change, mate. Sacked before the season ends on Ten Hag. Not surprised you've said that one, mate. Agate and Amrabat, Yoro and De Ligt, Xerxes and Mitoma. Then sell Maguire, McTominay, Lindelof, Casemiro. Also, we can sell Rashi for Osimhen. Wow. Okwi is definitely playing FIFA on that one. 100%. And the other news, really, I said I would move on. Sorry, we talked enough about the. Yeah, just a second, guys. My computer's on a real slow one again. I promise I'll try and fix it for tomorrow. Erik ten Hag retains an interest in Manuel Agate. The sale of Casemiro may have to occur to allow the purchase of Agate, who is valued at around 38 million. A loan deal for the Uruguayan may also be an option, so not ruling out the possibility of taking Agate on a loan. We heard earlier on in the window that is a no-go for PSG as well. So, yeah, looking at it, I feel like Agate definitely is a target, but only when we sell. And again, I go back to it. Everything is fully committed to the defence right now. Until the defence is sorted, I don't think we're going to get any movement on the midfield area. I don't. I think it's just going to be a case of Man United getting the defenders in that they need, putting that all to bed, selling as many players as we possibly can past that, and then we move forward. Where's the next? Here we go. God knows when the official announcement is going to be for anyone. Only Toby Collier performed yesterday. I hear you, but I ain't judging anything on one friendly game. It is what it is. People still arguing about the friendly performance yesterday. Guys, it was only a friendly. Remember that. We got plenty of time to get match fit as well. We're going to have 4 signings before league starts, and I know we will play way better than we did last season. We just have to have faith in who we get and have. True. Until the manager is sorted, we are fighting a losing battle. Boxing, shooting that straight down there again. You got Roars, Casemiro 30, 40 for Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka 20, 30, McTominay 30, 40. Yep. I still think that United want to get the defence sorted first. We talked about McTominay, we talked about Sancho earlier on. Now, Sancho might not actually be leaving, so where does that leave us? We're Manchester United earmarking that money that we thought we were getting for Sancho for one of these players that we're talking about right now. Is this why they're just taking the time, really, aren't they? Making sure that everything is in place, making sure that everything is right, and making sure that we've actually got enough players in defence, because last season, that's where we really suffered. I do believe that there is something going on with Sancho right now, and there is issues down the line there. Not so much issues that we used to have before, but in the transfer market, I thought we had money lined up that we thought we were getting for Jadon Sancho that now isn't there. There's half a chance that he could be coming back into this team. There's an interesting bit of news as well there. So all of the Newcastle fans that were actually laughing at us, Laurie Whitwell confirms on Talk of the Devils on the Athletic podcast, compensation Man United paid for Ashworth is pretty close to what Newcastle paid for him to Brighton, around 2 to 2.5 million. I guess this settles all those conspiracy and ridiculous stories. Oh, very interesting on that one. That would be nice if that was the case. That would be a big win for Manchester United on that one. Jamie says, also, Rosenborg are halfway through their season and fully fit. I'm not going to read too much into the game. No, again, not overly concerned yet. Give it time. And really, are you bothered about results in pre-season? Do they matter? I know we need to get some sort of cohesion and rhythm going for the start of the season, but still, honestly, I've seen it before. Like Van Gaal's first season, we beat everyone in pre-season, and we set off absolute. It was garbage. It was shocking. Beaten at home by Swansea in the first game, it didn't get much better for United from then on. So yeah, I don't really look too much into pre-season games, as in the results. I look at it as to players coming through. These players do switch on. There is a switch that switches on when they get down to the actual start of the season. So I think that's what happens. Pre-season is pre-season. It can be good, it can be bad in terms of results, but the cream always rises to the top and is always ready for the start of the season. There's no excuse. It's just making sure that your body's ready for what's about to come. Let's see though, eh? Strategies have changed because of PSR. We obviously changed ours. Paying teams over 2 or 3 years means more deals can be done. We have been doing that before as well, I don't think that we've just started that this season. This is how United have always been doing deals. We owe a lot of money to a lot of clubs for a lot of players still. So, yeah, this has always been there. The structured deals and the structured payments will always be there. So it's not a new thing going on right now just because Ineos are here. They're just doing it better. That's all it is. Sancho isn't going to be happy being 4th choice winger. I think he will go. You would hope that anyway, Leo. Definitely. That's how I'm hoping it goes. He's going to realise come the end of pre-season that, you know what, I'm not probably going to get into this team. There's too many players in front of me. And there's no one going to give up their spot. And Sancho, honestly, as good as the relationship might be now compared to what it was before with Ten Hag, I still think that Ten Hag won't forget. And with other players there that he can clearly say, look, these players give me everything last season, he's got an easy excuse to say that they're always going to be ahead of Jadon Sancho anyway. So, yeah, there's a lot to do. But, again, who is going to buy Jadon Sancho? That's the problem. Do we keep him around to see if Juventus do actually sell some players and can afford Jadon Sancho? It'd be an interesting one. Don't be surprised if Jadon Sancho goes right till the end of the transfer window. This one could run all the way through. I think United have just got him in playing football just to take the sting out of any situation right now. Please make sure you are liking the video and you have subscribed to Forever United TV, everybody. We're on the road to 50k, not far away now. What, about 1,400 New subscribers away from hitting that magical 50k mark. Keep them coming in, guys. You've been all over the videos today. Really appreciate it again. Absolutely epic attempt from you guys. Let's get into more of your comments. For me, the big gamble Yoro is young. Spend all the money. Look at Anthony Martial. He didn't live up to the expectations for that money. It can blow up in your faces. There's always a chance of that. There's always a chance that he will turn out to be the next best thing as well. It counts for recruitment. That's what it is. That's the most important thing in all of this. If Casemiro goes, personally, I'd go for who would be a great partner for Manu. PSG for Sancho, says Lief. I'm going to take the risk. I know they're bidding for Doué at the moment. PSG. Bayern Munich are looking at everyone. They want Olmo. They want Simmons as well. They're trying to build a squad around Bleeding Company, Bayern Munich, and they're taking everyone out of the pond. There's going to be no one left by the time that they're done. But hey, United, thankfully, are not in for too many of the players at the top level. We're trying to find the next best thing, and these are why these deals have probably got a better chance of getting done, and United getting them over the line. We put a poll up as well, guys. We've got just under 900 votes, actually, on that one. Keep voting on the poll, everyone. Do you honestly feel that the Branthwaite deal is dead? 73% of you have said yes. So what if Nick Semeraro is right, and this is all just a fluff exercise, and Yoro does actually end up saying that he wants to go to Madrid, doesn't turn up to United? De Ligt over the line. Do we go back in for Branthwaite? This is where everything's at right now. I'm sure by the end of tonight, again, we'll have no stories ready for the roundup show in the morning. Make sure you tuned in for that as well, guys. We're live at 8, we're live at 12, and 6:30 guaranteed every day. And we've got all of the breaking news in between as well. So make sure you are subscribed to Forever United TV so you're up to date with everything that is going on around the football club. Boxing Straight Talk says, seriously, what if we sign a load of next best things and they can't understand the manager's instructions? Boxing, let's just see. I know it's full on doom and gloom mode at the moment. I feel Onana is a bit shaky when under pressure. Last night, Vitek kept his cool and made 3 amazing saves. Vitek's a very good keeper. If Madrid sign Yoro today and loan him out, can we borrow Yoro tomorrow? Just for family TV. Clever poetry, but I don't think United would be in for that. That would be. I think that would be embarrassing as well. I do. I think it would be embarrassing for Manchester United. Is Leny Yoro coming now? The news today is that he's communicating. If you are just tuning in and looking to update yourselves on what's going on, we've got you covered here on Forever United TV. We are in communications with Leny Yoro on the structure of his contract that has been put on the table for him by the club. There are some stories saying that it's just false and that he's going back to Madrid, but majority of people are going in on that this is real, and Leny Yoro is talking with Manchester United about his deal to the club, and he is fully interested in coming to Manchester United. That's the definites, according to quite a few different people as well. Guys, at 8 o'clock tonight, the United Couple podcast is out, episode 12. Behind the scenes of everything that's going on here. If you want to know more, you want to know what we get up to, get onto that. The link is in the description, guys. I'm sure one of the mods will pop it into the chat as well. Episode 12, me and Kaz going at everything behind the scenes for the Euros and what happens on FUTV. Episode 12 of the podcast is out tonight at 8 o'clock. You might as well tune into that. There's nothing else on TV tonight. House of the Dragon was crap last night. Didn't like episode 5. There's too much talking going on. I need more action. It's letting me down right now. But yeah, that's where we're at. United Couple podcast out tonight, 8 o'clock, guys. Link is in the description. Get into that. Tune into that. Subscribe and let us know. Give us your feedback on it as well. Cheers for that, everyone. The only way to get rid of Sancho is to not play him. Then he then has a decision to make about wasting his career just sat on the bench. He didn't seem too bothered about that, did he? Last season at certain times, especially when United were in Munich. He was on PlayStation Live. Remember that night? I remember it very well, actually. There is the United Couple podcast. I'm just going to pin it to the top of the chat right now for you guys as well. Please click on that. Give it a watch. Watch the other episodes as well. It's everything that goes on behind the scenes. Just a down-to-earth, good old-fashioned podcast, guys. Just talking over everything that happens in a football-run life, basically. A life run by football on YouTube. Literally is. It's ridiculous. Podcast time, Roddy. Yes. Have we purchased a house for Yoro's mum, or does it not work like that anymore? Apparently not, since Liverpool and City both got slammed for doing similar things with youngsters back in the day, Jonathan. So, yeah, that is a delicate situation, and apparently has been weaned out of football for now. We will see. I'm sure there's ways around it, but yeah, it is very much frowned upon by a lot. City were done for that big time. So were Liverpool. Could be trauma. Ramos for one, but he could be using us to put pressure on Real Madrid, who are dragging their feet. They are, and that's what's been reported as why Yoro is talking to United. Apparently, he's been fed up with the situation dragging on, and Real Madrid not putting the money where the mouth is, basically. That's the situation that we're in, and why these communications are going on with Yoro right now. So, yes, that's the situation, and from what most people are saying is why we're at this stage now with Yoro. Just another day at the office, another 4-3-2 shots at our goal. Boxing is dead to it, innit? It really is. You're never going to convince him. Can we just get Delit and bring in our academy defenders? Lebcon, you can only bring in, I said this before, you can only bring in academy defenders if they're ready. It's pointless bringing them through for the sake of it to put a body there. They might not be good enough. And from what we've seen, they aren't really good enough at the moment at Manchester United academy defenders, unfortunately. Other areas of the pitch are definitely better and stronger for Manchester United, in the academy, that is. And we have managed to bring some talent through, as you've seen. Like, we've got Collier coming through this year, who was decent against Rosenborg yesterday. And it's just a shame we haven't got defenders coming through right now. Just checking through everything else. Former Manchester United and France striker Louis Sarr has urged Leny Yoro to join United over Real Madrid. Yes, United should offer more money because that's the position Manchester United are in right now, because they are not in the Champions League and Real Madrid are. Well said. There's more to come from this. It's as simple as that. There are factors that attract players, and sometimes you need to look at your trajectory and chances of progression. That will be part of your decision, but it won't stop him dreaming about playing for other clubs. Manchester United may not be in the Champions League this season, but we could be in a strong position in 2 or 3 years' time, so anything can change. Life doesn't stop today. You need to think about what can happen in the future also. I definitely see a better structure at United, and this is something that Yoro could be aware of and on the table for him to consider. So hopefully he can make the right decision. Louis Zaha, Agent Louis is on the case for Leny Yoro, guys, for us. It's a done deal. We've got Louis Zaha in there making things happen. Good old Louis, great striker. Shocking injury record. What a shame. Another one of them. Please do hit the subscribe button, says Tom. Yes, please do, guys. And make sure you give the video a like. We're creeping up to 250. You know the target, guys. Come on. Let's get them likes up, everybody. Lee F says, Maguire, Lindelof, I remember Zaka, McTominay, Ericsson, Casemiro, Anthony, Sancho, Rashford. How many will be sold this summer? I'm guessing 3. Yeah, probably. Lindelof will go. I remember Zaka will go. Casemiro will go. I think we want to get rid of the rest, but we can't. I think that's where we're at right now. But guys, yeah, that is the end of the show. That is you completely up to date. Let's end that poll there. Still 73% of you think that Branthwaite is over and done. We'll wonder if anything changes tonight and we get a different look on Leny Yoro, or something else happens overnight, if that vote would change. Just under 1,000 votes on the poll as well. Thank you guys, legends, a lot of you. Please give the video a like on the way out. Jump across to the United Couple podcast. That's out at 8. Link is in the live chat there right at the top and also in the description, guys. Jump onto it. A little bit extra content for you guys there. A lot of time and effort goes into sorting out the podcast and that, so I really appreciate you guys jumping across and giving your thoughts on it and letting us know what you think. But that's it, guys. Mods, thank you. Donations and super chatters, thank you very much. All the other members who are running the chat as well, thank you very much, guys. Absolute legendary show again. And I will see you all in the morning, 8 o'clock as usual, for your roundup show on everything that's broken overnight or anything that's come out early doors. We've got you covered, setting you up for your day. Make sure you're there at 8 in the morning, guys. Quick fire show, giving you everything sharpish, let's just say that. Cheers, everyone. Have a great night. I'll see you all tomorrow.